Yo, it's your boy Michael Trio, and I'm here with They Ghetto Flower, Fresh Flowers Podcast. You already know what we doing. Got my main man Q in the building. What's good, broski?
Yes, sir. Once again, we got a good episode coming up, my boy.
Hell yeah. But now, I'd like to introduce y'all to our very special guest today. My man Kayo Southside's in the building. Thank you for coming through, man.
Of course. I appreciate y'all for having me. Man, this is interesting because we was just having a good ass convo, but now that the camera's on, it's like, you know what I'm saying? That shit is over. yeah. I don't know why that shit feels like the conversation is just restarting, but I bet let's get it.
No, it's all good, bro. It's all love. But we definitely appreciate you sliding, bro.
Of course.
And we definitely appreciate the new body of work you just dropped.
Hell yeah.
Hell yeah. But before we dive into that, because we're gonna get way into that, I'm telling you, track by track for real.
Yeah, let's do it.
But before we do that, bro, we just wanna, because this is your first time coming through here. So
yes.
We just want to get just touch base on your background. So
we gotta get acquainted.
Right.
Exactly. So like, when did you start rapping, bro?
I damn near give a different answer to that every interview.
For sure.
Just cause it's like kind of like I was writing shit very early on, like probably like second grade, maybe even a little bit younger, maybe even like kindergarten type shit. Like I was just writing poems and shit. And then in third grade, my third grade teacher gave us this assignment to like talk about like Islamic culture.
Okay.
And we either could do it in the form of a essay, a short film, or a poem.
Right.
And my lazy ass chose poem because that seemed like the easiest, like the easiest thing. So I did that, and I kind of like peeped while I was doing, like, damn, my damn near can do this shit a little bit. So that was the second start. And then a third start was probably around sixth grade. I remember uncle of mine's kind of like he came and he had told me, I believe it was J. Cole about to drop, I want to say Friday Night Lights.
Ooh.
I want to say Friday Night Lights, either that or the warm up, but sixth grade had to be Friday Night Lights. And yeah, so I tapped in and shit, and I was like, yo, I gotta start making, like, I just wanted to do that. You know what I'm saying? Like, I gotta start making music basically. And I've been surrounded by music my whole life. Like my mom was playing Jay-Z, heavy 50 Cent, heavy Kanye West, heavy Billy Joel, Stevie Wonder. Like we had like no confines. Like it was all the way left and all the way right. So I've been surrounded by the shit, but probably I hate to give him, like I wish I could give credit to Jay-Z because that's my favorite rapper, but I probably got to give credit to J. Cole. Friday Night Lights was when I was like, you know what? I'm finna do this shit for real.
Hell yeah. That was one of those pivotal mixtapes, like during that era.
Yeah.
Like, what's that, like 2010 maybe?
Yeah. It was definitely 2010, 2011 type shit.
Yeah, somewhere around there.
Yeah. That's early J. Cole.
And what about Friday Night Lights made you want to like, take it like for real?
It was the transparency. Like I've always been like super like even in my writings just with school, like writing essays and shit, like my teachers all thought I was going to be an author coming up. Like I was just always like a really good writer, and my gift was always the transparency of things.
Right.
Of like I would tell a story, like a lot of people just write well, and then some, like I'm one of those people, I don't like conventionally write well. I just hook people in because I'm gonna tell you like some deep dark shit, you know what I'm saying? Like just some shit that's just gonna make you be like, damn, this nigga just said that about himself. So that always was kind of my go-to thing. So hearing Jake, like I was a big Hole fan, but at that time it was like, I want to say Blueprint 3 and like whatever the project before that. I think that was Kingdom Come. So that was the Hove that we was getting at that time, which was really a super braggadocious whole, you know what I'm saying? Like it wasn't no transparency. Whereas Cole, like it was the transparency, like, damn, you talking about real life shit. And you making it seem cool because your life on paper ain't a rapper's life. It's like you in college, you just graduated college, you owing money to your landlord. Like it's like, you know what I'm saying? So I was like, that's hard that he just kind of went all the way left and did that shit. So
I feel you.
Yeah.
I love that. And I love that, you bring up Friday Night Lights. You just had a recent tweet. You're talking about acid rap.
Yeah.
Like, did that kind of like...
acid rap I was fully into music by the time the acid rap came out. But nah, that shit shaped. I'm not even gonna lie. There's a project that will never come out, but one of my earlier, I was sounding just like that nigga on there, like just like Chance, like 100. Like I was copying flows, voices, like all of that shit. Even down to beats, like them bubbly ass, like trumpet ass beats. Like I was snatching all them bitches off YouTube and shit. Like, nah, that was I think that was a pivotal moment in damn near every artist's career. Like acid rap, that shit changed everything for everybody.
Yeah,
bro.
Nah, for real.
Because I feel like it was like a time like when Kanye did his thing, it was kind of like similar to that. It was like you don't have to be constructed in this way.
Boxed in.
Exactly.
To boom, boom.
Exactly.
Boom, boom,
Yeah, facts.
Hell yeah, all that. And I love that tweet that you brought up, and that's why I mentioned it. But definitely, like, what other like influences that you have, like as far as like musicians?
So my favorite artist of all time is probably Stevie Wonder by far, but obviously musically I don't pull anything from him. Just like I don't even know, like just the fact that he's so like I'm one of them people. I pull from greatness. Like I pull from the greats. Like that's why I love Kobe Bryant so much. I was never a fan in terms of watching the game. It was like this nigga's just greater than everybody. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you can see it. So for me, Stevie, just somebody, same with Prince, it's like we obviously love Michael Jackson, but it's like a person that just knows every instrument, is playing them bitches. Like it's like I pull from the greatness of individuals. So it was Stevie, it was Prince, it was Jay-Z. I go to, like, my branding was terrible like 3 years ago because my Twitter was nothing but going to bat for Hove. Like niggas trying to tell me like there's no like you can't put nobody against certain people. And Stevie's one of those people. Jay-Z's one of those people. Prince is one of those people. I pull from Ye. Obviously you could hear that I pull from Ye.
100%.
I pull from Drake. A lot of niggas scared to say that shit, but Drake, like, come on, bro. Drake. That's Frank Ocean and Andre 3000.
Ooh,
heavy.
I love that you said Andre.
Heavy, yeah. Andre, like he's one of them people. I genuinely believe there's a universe where I can out rap J. Cole. I believe there's a universe where I could probably out rap Jay-Z. Like if I get a little bit more experience and just got some better shit to talk about. Andre is one of them niggas. I don't think no nigga on earth is ever just gonna outpin him. Like you may get very, very close. Hove got really close on I Do, but it's like he just be hitting different pockets and shit. Like he's just one of them. Yeah. So he's damn near probably the only untouchable writer. Him and Lupe are like the two like just damn near untouchable when it comes to that pen.
Yeah.
No, Lupe. It's like you're not like you may as well just leave that man alone and just go make your
battles.
Bro. Yeah, like go do something that he can't do. Like go make
his first project was crazy.
Bro.
Man, I didn't even understand. My brother used to play that shit, and he used to like tell me all the time, like, "Yo, it's crazy."
Yeah,
like, bro, I used to listen. I didn't even understand it, bro.
Facts.
Give me like 5 years, bro.
Facts.
Take that back. I'm like,
you like, oh no, this shit
ain't
is
no way he said this, bro.
Yeah, I was the same way. Like I never got the hype of Lupe,
never.
like ever until like the last few years. I was just going back and re-listening. And yeah, nah, he's like that. Common was another one. Common was like, bro, get that shit out of my face until like 2 years ago.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
I was like, yo, y'all got to be fucked up trying to put him up. And like Jay-Z conversation, like, nigga, watch out, man.
Right, exactly.
Nah, he's like that. He's definitely like that.
I'm telling you, I was the same way, bro. I was the same way. But back to you, bro. So like, when did you like start making music and you were like, yo, like, this shit's hard. Like, I'm hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, when was that turning point?
I knew I was great at rapping. I knew very few people could rap with me in 8th grade. I didn't start getting good at making music, though, until I dropped out of high school. Really? I was like a really good rapper, sucked at making music, though. Honestly, I didn't crack the code with making music until this project, to be completely honest.
So how did you do that? Because a lot of people don't realize that. There's a lot of good rappers, but there's not a lot of good people.
Yeah,
people that can make
exactly
music.
Yeah, honestly, a lot of niggas be like, man, bro, you just gotta work hard. You just gotta keep at it. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's really just God. Like, you just gotta be one of the chosen ones. And he literally just chose me one day. Like, you know what? I'm gonna get this little nigga some, you know what I'm saying? Some juice. And I was just realizing all the shit I was making before was just not enjoyable music. And I'm talking as recent, like, full transparency, I'm talking as recent as like last year type shit.
Really?
You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like the music is good, but, or I mean, the raps are good, but is the music, it's like, it's okay, like it's listenable, but are you gonna cut through? Like, are you gonna be the next Drake? Are you gonna be the next Ye? You know what I'm saying? Like Kendrick and shit. And it was like, my shit wasn't there until I started getting there during the pandemic. But yeah, working on this project was like, that's when I'm not gonna lie, like I cracked that. Like, it's literally down to a science now. And it's so scientific that I don't eat, like, not even bragging. It's like, it's so scientific that it actually doesn't take mental prowess anymore. Like, it just like, off the rip. It's just like off. It's crazy. I've never been through this shit in my life, bro.
You feel
it's
like
crazy.
You woke up one day, or it took, progressions?
I literally just woke, like, that's what I'm saying. Like, it was like a waking up and just being, like something just clicked. Like, oh, even down to branding. Like, I woke up one day and just realized that certain things with my branding were just off, and I was just tweaking certain things, and followers skyrocketing and streams skyrocketing. And it's like, damn, God really just be, whoever you believe in, God, universe, whatever, it just be choosing motherfuckers. Like, you know what? This is gonna be the next coming. So it's like, I wish I could be like, yeah, just go do this, that, and the third, and you're gonna be all right. But even because I was doing everything right, but it's like one day something just clicks in your head, and it's like everything changes.
I love that. I feel like you just, waited on your blessing, bro.
Facts. Facts.
And a lot of people, don't have patience, they don't have the time.
Exactly.
And I feel like, you kept at it, waited on your blessing, and
100%. Hell yeah.
Boom. And now we're here.
Hell
you feel me?
Exactly.
Now you have
the ghetto flower.
You feel me?
In this bitch.
But you bring up your project, bro. Like, there's so many ways, I could dissect it and get into it. But one thing, like, I hear about it, like, and that it resonates with me so much. But one thing I just hear about it is just the soul in it, bro. And I just love it. So, like, kind of like go into the meaning of, like, your project.
Man, this is another one that I give a different answer to, like, every interview, just because it was so many different versions. There's like 3 or 4 versions of this project, like full length versions that I could show you right now. And it's totally different songs, totally different everything. The only song that stood the test of time, actually, I can't even say that because it didn't end up making the final album, but Nothing to Lose was a single I dropped like last year, like the summer before last, I think. And that was on every version except the one that just dropped, actually. So even that didn't stand the test of time. But my head was just in a place, bro. One, I just wanted to push the envelope creatively. Like, it started as just a creative project of, I just think a lot of people, because I rap so well, I get boxed into like a rapper's lane. And I think a lot of people don't know what I can offer creatively, like sounds, melodies, even down to most of my music that I've dropped. Like, I was engineering that shit myself, even down to engineering shit, just knowing sounds, putting in sounds, like I'll get a beat, or like we'll make a beat and it's like trading out certain sounds for a different one, and like using Omnisphere to like, you use the synths for this sound as like I traded out for this one. You know what I'm saying? So using the same keys that we'll say, like a D Noel will like send me keys, but it's like going through sounds, and it's like, it sounds good as keys, but it sounds even better if it's like fucking trumpet or some shit. You know what I'm saying? It's just, and with Logic, it's as simple as a click of a button to change that shit from that. So it's not like I'm some musical genius, but just knowing sounds and like soundscapes and shit. So I really started this project wanting to just make something that niggas understood, like, nah, bro, like we in that yay lane. We in like we making good music that niggas can enjoy and can vibe to. Like, fuck all that rapper shit. That comes to me, that's like second nature. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's a lot of niggas that can rap, and it's a lot of niggas that can't. Like, you either can or you can't. You can't teach that shit though. If you can rap, you just can rap. Point blank. Period. The music though, that's where a lot of people fall short. So with this project, I wanted to make something that was just musically good. But in the process, I made the intro. No, I made the outro. When I Grow Up was the first song I wanted. Don't quote me. I believe it was the first song that was done on the project. Wow. And from that, I said, you know what? It's a story that needs to be told. Like 100, like it's a story. I have a story. I have a story that's I know is going to resonate when people hear this. And from that, I ended up kind of reverse engineering the project. So going from the outro. In fact, it was the first song that was done because I ended up going backwards. And the intro was one of the last songs that was done from the project, aside from Make It Real and Still, I think, were done before that. But yeah, the intro was one of the last. Like, it wasn't the first song by any measure.
Wow.
So yeah, just working backwards. But the whole idea was, it was fun while it lasted. Like, it was some mental health shit. But I by the time we finished Hurt, I wanted to be 100% positive that there was some resolve in it.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So we kind of listening to the project, and it's just like this mental, like just this therapy session, but it was no resolve. It went from intro to Memories, which didn't end up making a project, but it was a single I dropped, to Hurt, to like some more depressing shit, and it just closed out on the outro, which technically isn't depressing, but the chords are really depressing. So it just sounded like a depressing ass project. So I was like, you know what, we need some resolve. So that's kind of where the title came from. It was fun while it lasted. Like, fuck all this depressing shit. Like, even through the bad, through the good and the bad, you gotta just look at shit and say, it was fun while it lasted. If the shit was bad, it was fun while it lasted. If the shit was good and it just is no longer, it was fun while it lasted. And that's how you can look at everything in life. And that's where we called a stride. And that's where I knew, we got, like, niggas gonna have to see me with this bitch. Like, that's when I knew I had like a classic project. Because right when I made that decision was when Wait On Me got finished, Still got finished, Make It Real got finished. Like, all of those songs that fuck the album, like, can live on their own. That's when those were getting finished. And all of those songs sound like a nigga that maybe was depressed in the past, but is living his fucking life now. And that's when we started getting them. So I feel like I got off topic, but yeah, that's the gist.
That's perfect, bro. I love the way you broke that down. And you start off the project with It Ends in Disaster.
Yes.
So we're gonna get into that. I wrote down a bar. I was listening to that shit. I think I was driving. I was listening to it. I was like, man, I gotta write this shit down, bro. This shit crazy. You said how we learn how to smoke before we learn how to deal with trauma.
Yeah. So
that shit crazy,
man.
That one hurt me.
Yeah.
That one hurt me, bro.
That song is a roller coaster, bro. And it was a roller coaster for me to even relive some of those emotions. But yeah, I think that's one of, if not the most potent bar on the entire album, because it was like just that self-reflection, looking in the mirror and saying like, yo, specifically us, like Black people, it's like we almost do what I did with the project. We reverse engineer shit. So like we get to the final and then kind of go backwards. Whereas a lot of people are blessed to kind of go step by step through shit. That's why they so prepared for life. They hit 21, they got their car, their crib, you know what I'm saying? Like, they paying their student loan. Like, everything is just good. We be having to work. Like, we hit 30 and realize, damn, I've been doing this shit backwards my whole fucking life. Like, down to how I handle finances, how, like, we the only niggas that use like, hear me and hear me well. We the only people that use credit for shit that you're not supposed to use credit for whatsoever. And it's like, if you have a conversation with someone that's affluent, or like with someone that was just kind of raised properly, they'll look at you crazy. Like, y'all be using credit like to get cars and to get like y'all niggas use Klarna for clothes and shit. Like, are you crazy? You know what I'm saying? Like, and my homie, I got a friend, Zach, one of my Jewish homies, and like, anytime I have like financial conversations with him, bro, he just be like, yo, you do shit so fucking backwards. Like, he's like, no, use credit. In fact, he just said some shit to me not even a day ago. He said, stop using your own money to invest in your music and in your fashion. And I ain't never heard no nut shit like, who money am I supposed to use? They don't even believe in using their own money. Like, I'm taking out loans. I'm asking a friend. I'm like, I'm not using if I got $1 million, that $1 million is staying in my bank account regardless. What the fuck? And we like, nigga, that shit is foreign to us. If I got $1,000 in my bank, that $1,000 has to be used for everything that I'm doing. So that line, even though it's oversimplified, that's like the broader point. Like, we just do shit so ass back. Like, we learned how to smoke and how to do drugs and how to drink and shit before maybe taking a regular fucking route. Surprise, nigga. Go to therapy. Surprise. Go talk to somebody. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was so many regular shits that we could have did, and we did shit ass backwards. So
that's why I love that bar, man. Because when I heard that shit, I'm like, damn, damn. Like,
yeah, that shit hit.
Talking about me right now. 'Cause I'm sitting here.
I was talking directly to you.
Yeah, bro. I'm telling you, 'cause I'm sitting here thinking like, dang, I'm over here, getting on my meditation journey and all that. And
facts.
I should have learned that
Literally,
like you said, bro.
Yeah,
just like you said.
mm-hmm.
But I love that track, and I love everything that you broke down in there. And
I appreciate
it. You already know, man. You was rapping
yeah.
like you was rapping your ass off.
Man, I appreciate it, bro.
How do you real quick, my bad, I didn't mean to cut you off. What's your like process like in the studio? Are you coming notepad ready, or are you punching in?
I'm not gonna lie.
What's your process like?
I'm getting bad now. Like I was just telling my brother out there, I'm starting to lose my memory a little bit. Like I don't know how. Like
it's
I didn't
that chlorophyll.
I know, right? Nah, facts. I don't know what's going, but my memory has been getting really bad. So I'm getting better at rapping. I'm getting worse at the way of how I used to be able to. I come from the school of Hov and Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
I used to be able to go in. It's all in my head and just kind of spit that shit.
Yeah.
Over the years, I had to start writing in my notes, and now my memory is as bad as I got to go to the radio like right after this to go do a freestyle, and I have to like voice record shit now and like play it back in my head. Like I literally be forgetting my shit within minutes.
Mm-hmm.
Like I forgot my lyrics on stage like last month for the first time ever in my life. Like I don't know why my brain is like not holding shit in. I don't know if it's stress or like lack of sleep or what. But so now my process is write it in my notes.
Yep.
Then I like voice memo or voice. Then what's it called? Voice record. It's voice memo.
Voice
right?
memo.
Yeah, voice memo.
Yeah.
And yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like I get the song, I get the beat. I have the song in my head. It's done.
Yep.
Write it down real quick. Even down, like if I show you some notes, I have like apostrophe, like, or not apostrophes. I have those little things like asterisks around where I'm supposed to change the inflection of my voice and shit. Like I'm that cerebral now. But that's terrible. Like it sounds good. That shit is terrible. Like I can't even remember like how I was delivering some shit. So like it's that I guess organized. We'll call it organized.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I get the song, I write that shit in my notes, voice memo, how I did it, go to the studio, read the notes, hear the voice memo, and then go do it real quick before it, you know what I'm saying?
Before
like
it goes out your brain. Yeah. It sounds like you got a system to sort of help.
Unfortunately, yeah, now I do. Yeah.
No,
unfortunately.
No, I love that, bro. And let's get into your other track. You already brought it up, Hurt, bro. How did that come apart? Because you got Sinite on there, you got Asar on there. Shout out Asar, great artist.
Incredible.
But how did that come about? Because you're speaking some real deep shit. And all y'all, you know what I'm saying?
That's one of my favorite. So funny, disclaimer, least favorite song on the project, but one of my favorite verses, if that makes sense.
Really? Okay, cool.
Yeah. But definitely my least favorite song on the project. Just cause back to the point of like just making enjoyable music, that shit just is not enjoyable for me. Like it's like so much going on and shit. But it's produced by a fucking legend, Pilot Kid out in LA. And he just sent it to me one day, and that verse came so quick. And I was at the mosque, actually. I'm a Muslim.
I could tell you.
Yeah. So I was at the mosque like holding security and shit. And like the entire verse just like came to me. And that story, I forget some shit about like going off on the side of the road, and it just so happens that my homie Third, who's like a mentor to me, like lived like 20 minutes away from where I like went off the side of the road. Like I was truck driving and shit, and I went off the side of the road. And I had like a panic attack and shit, and I called and told him. He's like, nigga, just pull up to the crib. I'm like, and he just so happens to live like 20 minutes from where I like got skirted off the road on. And I'm like, oh shit. So I kind of retold that story, and how fast forward 3 years later, he's on a project, and I'm like retelling this story, but now we kind of in our careers and you know what I'm saying? Like I ain't no truck driver no more. He don't work at Subway no more. Like, it's like, damn, you know what I'm saying? Like, not hindsight is always 2020. What's that phrase? I forget what it's called. That's my memory again. I'm telling you, my shit is bad. Damn, what is it? Not hindsight is 2020. When some shit like comes back
full
around.
circle. Yeah,
that's crazy.
Yeah.
I need to go to the doctor. I'm trying to tell y'all that. I'm trying to tell y'all.
You got a lot on your mind. That's all it means.
But so just that full circle moment. And yeah, so that's why I enjoy the verse, and I enjoy every other part. I love Asar's verse, And I definitely love, like, if I had a truck, like, I would just loop Tonight's part, like, over and over, and that shit would be an interlude or some shit. Like, her part is enjoyable, but I don't know, like, just hearing, like, it sounds like I'm yelling at a nigga or some shit. Like, it's like, you know what I'm saying? Like, just, go get it. It's like, damn. But I do love that verse, though.
That's funny.
I do.
It's like, it takes a special kind of artist to be willing to come on a podcast and critique themselves like that.
Nah, hell yeah, you gotta know.
Of yourself?
I'm super critical because I be so good. Some, like, Wait on Me, It Ends in Disaster, When I Grow Up, and Still. It's like, those are such crazy records. It's like, you gotta be critical. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you got a My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy, like, you gotta know when Yeezus is some bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you just have to know, which I like Yeezus. But it's like, as an artist, when you know what you capable of, it's like, it's not that this would be some people's best record, their favorite record. But for me, it's like, I know creatively what I'm capable of. And it was so good. And I feel like Hove, like, I remember Hove saying it when he made Young Forever. He said that he never got it right. He never actually, like, got that to where he wanted to get it. That's what Hurt is to me. Like, it does not, y'all don't know what the initial vision was, so you don't have that comparison. In my head, like, I never got it to sound like how it sounded in my head. So that's like, I cringe when I hear that shit, bro. But everybody loves it. Like, that's everybody's like top 3 records.
I fuck with that. And like you said, the ending with Tonight, the breakdown.
No, that shit is hard. That shit is flawless victory.
Yeah, that shit's fucking crazy.
She took me out of here with that.
But we'll flow into the other song, Make It Real, bro.
Yeah.
When I hear that, bro, I think it's like 05, 06. I'm at the dance and shit. I'm like, what the fuck going on? Like, this dude over here, he got the bangers on lock.
Yeah, that's Ro Marsalis, man. He's a legend. Like, he's good for those soundscapes, bro. Like, Ro is just good to just create those soundscapes that nobody else can create. Like, I put Suede and Third's drums against anybody, like, any and everybody. Wildlife Willie and Rodo, like, they got like that sample game and just those sounds and just creating they got that shit on lock.
Shout out Ro, shout out Willie too, man.
Facts, yeah, those the guys. But yeah, Make It Real was, I'm not gonna lie, I'm sure you can hear it doesn't sound like it was made within the flow of the album, because it wasn't by any measure. The album was done as hell, and I was like, I had a business, like, sometimes I'm in yay mode, like creativity mode, and then sometimes I'm in like Dame Dash mode. And I was like, oh shit,
best of both worlds.
We don't got a single. So literally, like, Ro will come up here and tell you this exact same story. I called him like stressing, like, nigga, we need a single. Like, I gotta submit this shit in a week. Like, we need a single, and we went in and just created Make It. So that's why it sounds like it has nothing to do with everything else, because it literally did not have anything, you know what I'm saying, to do with nothing else.
I feel you.
Yeah.
But that track,
but it's enjoyable. Yeah. It's but that's why it's the single. Like, I was like, okay, let's just go make some enjoyable shit that niggas can just have fun to, and we did it, bro. We did a good job of it.
It definitely I feel like, you know, like you said, like, out of a lot of those songs, like, it's the most, you know, different. I feel like it just shows just a different side of you.
Facts.
I feel like it's needed. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
Like you said, you know, single, but I want to get into one of the tracks, damn near my favorite track on here, which is Grandma's Boy.
Woo!
So let's talk about Grandma's Boy.
That's the one. I forgot to put that in my 5.
Yeah. What's the meaning behind that track, bro?
Man, I ain't gonna lie, no meaning. That was one of those Hove, I'm finna rap my ass off moment. Like, that was one of those moments. Stoic sent the beat. Shout out to Stoic. He already knew what was finna happen to that bitch. Those, like, what can you say? Those drums, that sample, it was like, it was impossible not to float on that. You know what I'm saying? Like, them type of beats show, are you a rapper or you just a nigga that know how to rhyme some shit? Like, it was impossible not to flow on that. So yeah, I just really want, like, I come from that school of artists of like real hip hop niggas. So even when I'm on like my merging in the R&B, like merging into that lane, I always want one of those joints where it's a soul sample sped up with some like super hard hitting drums and just rapping my ass off. And it just so happens that the verse, now at that time when we finished that goes back to your question about the process. That's when I could just kind of do shit off the top of my head. And the grandma story was just the first to come to me. Like those first 8 bars came, like, I didn't write them shits down. What's it like, just came to me in the studio. which is crazy because the first 8 are like the hardest technical, like to pull off, you know what I'm saying? Like Grandma's Boy, the heart of the archetype, the matriarch of the family, we talk alike and walk alike. We took a page out of Annie and had the hearts and all. Like it's like it was so many tricky kinda, but somehow, some way that shit just came out like just fluid. So yeah, that was the thing. And by the end of the 16 bars or having that's then they're probably like 32 damn near. But I realized I was telling a story about my grandma and shit. So I was like, okay, we're gonna call it Grandma's Boy. I'm gonna throw my grandma on there. You know what I'm saying? Do some little.
That's your actual granny?
Yeah, that's my actual granny. Yeah.
That's great.
So yeah, that's one of my favorites for sure.
Yeah, that's dope.
For sure.
Yeah, I love that track because, you know, I'm for sure Grandma's Boy.
Yeah.
On my soul, bro.
Facts,
so when I hear that shit, I'm like,
yeah, you like this the one. Yeah, bro, you got like just a message to artists, G. The cheat code, the real cheat code. The reason this project is doing more for me than every other song I've ever done is because the true cheat code is making music that like hits niggas' hearts, bro. Yeah. If you can find a way to make a song that somebody can say, damn, this is me, you have won. And that's why like the success of this project, it's like I'm proud and I'm happy, but I'm not surprised at all because I really tricked niggas to the core. Like I made shit like even down to the samples. I was making shit that I know niggas
we got manipulated, yo.
Yeah, like this is real master manipulation, bro. Like it's shit that is gonna trigger a childhood memory. It's certain phrases and certain names that I'm using. It's like you could call some shit a phone. You know what I'm saying? Like we listen on phones now, but it's like, let me say iPod just to like kind of hit, you know what I'm saying? Like hit that nostalgia kind of cool. You know what I'm saying? So it feels like you reliving some shit, but you're not reliving no shit at all. But it's like,
that's what I'm saying.
You know what I'm saying?
And that's what I love about your music is because like you said, the transparency.
Yeah.
And you made it easy for, you know, what you were going through. You could make it easy for us to relate. Facts. You know what I'm saying? And I love that because when I heard Grandma's Boy, man, I'm over here at my grandma's funeral, bro. I'm like, damn,
that's love,
that shit
man.
Brought me back. I'm like, damn, bro. Like, damn, shit crazy.
That's insane.
And that's why, you know, from you know, hearing your music, to hearing this body of work, because I heard your music before, but hearing this body work,
it changes everything.
That's what I'm saying, bro.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie. Like, I feel like y'all may disagree with me, but I feel like this is one of those projects like niggas don't even gotta bring up the old shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, this is a whole new Kayo, whole new person. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's start here and then go. You know what I'm saying? Like, when I tell my story, like, my story starts that it was fun while it lasted.
Got it.
You know what I'm saying?
100%.
Like, for me.
Hey, I'm gonna be real with y'all real quick. So, when I first discovered you, it was from your single Talk.
Okay.
And this was probably like summertime.
Yeah, that's something.
And now here we are in like 2023.
Yeah.
Your name's everywhere, bro.
Yeah.
So what was like last year like for you? Like, what kind of work would you put it in, you know, building this album and, you know, getting ready to drop it at the top of the year, 2023? I feel like in that span from when I first discovered your music, which is probably like July to now.
Mm-hmm. It's all changed, bro. It's crazy.
Like,
no,
it's I'm kind of mind blown. I'm still kind of starstruck, honestly. Listen to the music. I love the music, but I really want to know more about like your journey, bro. Like your artistic journey, your team behind you. Like, how's that been? So
we got a strong team, like I'm not gonna lie, very strong. We got Jordan right here. I don't know if he's in the camera, but we got Jordan at Heavy But Light.
Shout out,
we
bro.
got, you know, we got D-Ro, the craziest videographer like of all time and shit. So having them two in my corner for damn near free 99 is crazy.
Mm-hmm.
Not to put his business out there. he taxing niggas. He's just not taxing me. But I got Nala Tenzin, who is a fucking PR. So Nala she's Dame Dad, like to the point that I was making, like she's the person, like she gonna move you through a room. She, you know what I'm saying? Like this is happening at this time. You know what I'm saying? Like we doing this, that, and the third. Tenzin is like she's a people person. Like she loves everybody.
She the one that DM me talk.
Okay. So boom. So Tenzin knows how to talk. Like she can talk to Billboard. She could talk to Lyrical Lemonade. She could talk to like there's nobody that is out of her reach because she has just made so many friends and like everybody, like it's Tenzin. You know what I'm saying? Like who doesn't love Tenzin? So she like having them two in my corner is another. Oh my God, I just got scared. Southside in this bitch. Having them two in my corner is like just super, super, super crazy. But the work we was putting in, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Again, back to the God point. A lot of this shit is all God.
Yeah.
We were working hard. We were absolutely working very hard on a project. I spent every dime that I had, and I wasn't no broke nigga making this. You know what I'm saying? Like I make like a decent, like a good ass salary at like my salary job that I had.
Yeah.
But all of that shit, like I was turning into a broke ass nigga while making this.
Investing
just
in
because,
yourself.
like it was so like everything was so expensive. So we definitely were working, but honestly, the moment to me, the full circle moment to me, to go back to that word that I keep forgetting, was the release party. It was so many people. I even pulled my brother to the side. I said, the craziest shit is I don't know half of these faces. And that's was my feeling. Heart.
Yeah,
like
the best feeling.
It was just full of joy. I said, oh shit, we might be on our way. Like we might be right there. And it was faces and like people were coming up asking for pictures and shit and like to sign their Polaroids. And I'm like, nigga, what? But that's the part where there's a gap in the story. Like, I don't know what happened to get all of them people there. It just happened. Like, I don't know who was working behind the scenes. And, like, I don't know, sending out invites and shit. I cannot tell you. But I posted that shit. We hit max capacity in 24 hours. I was like, oh shit, this might be one of them. But even then, I was still nervous. Like, just because they RSVP don't mean they gonna pull up. And them niggas pulled up.
Like, that means a lot when people take time out their day.
I was down, like I was so not prepared for that shit to actually be packed out. I was literally downstairs in the part where we did the show on my phone, just texting while niggas was walking in. And like niggas was like tapping my shoulder, like, are you Kayo? And I'm like, oh shit, I might gotta go upstairs. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm thinking I could be down here like cooling and shit. Yeah. And I go, as I'm going up to the green room, I walk through the bar. And it's nothing but niggas there for me. Like I'm hearing them say, like, how do I get to the show? There's a show here. And I'm like,
oh shit.
I'm like, oh fuck. So that's the part that I cannot explain. And the album, like we over 20K everywhere.
Congrats,
that's the shit I can't tell you what, like that wasn't work that I actively put, you know what I'm saying? Like running ads or like doing like that one I can't explain. But we definitely worked to make a great project. And I think it just goes to show, I don't know how much more time we have left, but I think that if this is coming to the end, the best part to leave niggas on is if you making a solid piece of work and a solid product, word of mouth is like it's gonna win for you every time. You can put all the money in ads that you want to, all the like I haven't ran no fake. I ran an IG ad on a story maybe like a month ago and it was like $90. You know what I'm saying? Like nothing even like them ads and shit don't mean nothing. The influencers don't, like we was gonna do like an influencer campaign and shit. I was like, fuck that. Literally just word of mouth. Like the people that are messaging me, it's like Lyrical Lemonade did the post, but then Elliot messaged me on the side and was like, nigga, like, yes, like you did it. And it's like, he specifically has been waiting, like him and Cole have been waiting because Cole did my very first music video.
Oh, really? Yeah, you mentioned that on the album. Yeah.
And so they were just like, I feel like Cole, like he'll never say it to my face, but I feel like Cole was just kind of like, I believed in a nigga that did, you know what I'm saying? Like he didn't really have it how I thought he had it. Cause he was putting everything into me. Like every post, every video, like he was putting everything into me. Pause. And, and, I feel like he was just on some like, damn, like this nigga ain't really had it how I thought he had it. So Elliot sent like that shit meant the world to me because he was like, even in like if you read the article at the very end, it's like I'm definitely super misquoting, but he's basically like I'm proud of it. Like he's not writing like a writer would. He starts getting really personal at the end and like I'm proud of this dude beyond belief. Like he figured this shit out basically.
100%.
So that part is just making a good product and just word of mouth. Even Jordan sent me a message that I posted on my story and shit. Like you figured, you know what I'm saying? Like everybody that knew me is like, you figured this shit out. And all the people that didn't know me that are just new fans, I'm getting messages, people saying that I got them in a therapy, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm getting DMs and shit that I be posting on my story. Like niggas saying this shit changed their life. That part is just making a good product and people are going to share it. You going to share it with 100 people. You going to share it with 100 people. And then so many people share it. it hit 20K in less than 2 weeks. It's like, now because that many people shared it, the numbers are now matching the product. So now that makes I'll say her want to tap in. She's like, damn, this nigga did 20K in under 2. Okay, let me tap in. You know what I'm saying? So now the numbers, because people were sharing it and now you could see the numbers, a lot of fans are fickle. Not saying that she's fickle, that was just the example, but a lot of fans are fickle to where they just want to see, like, they're not gonna buy in until everybody else buys in. So now I'm getting that flow of fans where now niggas is buying in just because everybody else bought in. Which is crazy in itself. Crazy.
That's a real gem right there. Like, I'm sure there's an artist that's gonna be listening to this and they're gonna be tapped in. Like, what did Kayo do? What was his strategy? You know, word of mouth.
Make the product.
Word of mouth and believe in yourself.
Believe in your
wait
shit,
on your blessing.
Yeah.
That's what I learned from Kayo today.
Facts.
We're gonna end this on the last question of the day. What are your goals for this year, bro? Because you started already. You started hot, bro. Like, what else he need to do? You at this
Drop
point,
the classic.
Except for dropping the visuals. I need to see some visuals.
I know they coming.
You feel me? I need to see some visuals.
Here for no reason, bro. The goals, bro. I definitely want to drop something else, another project. I ain't gonna lie, I'm going through that shit where I'm kind of scared because I'm like, I don't know if I can outdo this project that quick. I know I obviously can.
Yeah.
I just haven't lived enough life since dropping it to where I can like right now. So I'm definitely scared as a bitch. But I definitely want to drop another project. Me and Chris Patrick got this record free of charge. That's for show Hidden Streets. Ace, like under 5 months for show. That shit is it's no project with it or nothing. It's just crazy. It's crazy. He hit me. He heard the record. I finished the record while working on this project and it didn't fit. Okay. And he heard it. Third sent it to him and he calls me at like 12 minutes. Like I was putting the key in my door from the bar. Like I was leaving the bar. Like I just got home. I was putting the key in my door and he called. And when Chris is one of those people who never calls. So when he calls, you drop it. Like it gotta be something important. So I'm thinking this, you know what I'm saying? Like some bread on the other, you know what I'm saying? Like this may be an opportunity. I'm like, you know what I'm saying? Like, let me pick this shit up. So he calls, he says, nigga, send me free of charge right now. I'm getting on that record. And I sent that bit. I said, I sent that shit to him before walking in my door. And he had that shit back to me. That like I woke up that next morning and he had sent it overnight, like while I was asleep. And that shit like it's bro. It easily gonna be the hardest record of the summer. It's not even close. So that project, visuals, shows, definitely want to do like a little mini tour for sure. Yeah. And I made a goal. I don't want to bring the new year in Chicago. Like I definitely want to be somewhere else. So that's one of those like personal goals. But,
I love it. I love it.
I'm ready for that record, bro.
Facts, man. Nah, that shit is. I could definitely send it. It's done. I can send it to y'all. For sure. But yeah, no, that shit's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, we for sure gonna need that.
I got you.
But we appreciate you, Kayo, for sliding. We appreciate all the gems you've been spitting. We appreciate. It was fun while it lasted.
Love, bro.
Hell yeah.
And we just hope that you just continue to just reach more strides and continue to elevate, bro. For real.
I appreciate y'all for real.
Always welcome, bro. Come back anytime.
For real.
The next time I come back, I want all of us to be in crazy positions. You know what I'm saying? Definitely. Like I want this shit to be big. I want myself to be bigger. Like I just want, you know what I'm saying? Like the next time we come back, we talking about which boat we getting on for the summer.
Yes, sir.
You know what I'm saying?
And like we tell every artist that comes through, bro, like all we want from y'all is just the same love we show you,
Facts,
bro. Just that's it, bro.
Yeah,
that's
100%.
it. And shit, we just need to hit y'all up every year, bro. We need to have a conversation. You feel me?
Facts. Yeah, like what's going on?
Even if you in Miami, wherever you is, bro, we need to hit on the phone or something, bro. We need to have a conversation. You feel me? That's how we're gonna do it.
You can't. And y'all are one of those staples that really show. Like Cole was always smart with Lyrical Lemonade because he knew when to like stop associating with, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know what? That shit is like, he knew and he was like, nah, this nigga ain't got it. Let me go ahead. You know what I'm saying? Y'all are them people where almost to a fault, you're loyal to the city. You know what I'm saying? To where you gonna have a nigga on here just because you fuck with him. It's like nobody else fuck with that nigga, but we fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? So, but it can curse you early on. I'm not gonna lie, but that's gonna be where you gonna have like that Gucci Mane effect. You know what I'm saying? Where when he got out of prison, everybody was ready to, you know what I'm saying, to just give him everything that he had given them over all the years. And y'all gonna mark my words, y'all are gonna have that shit.
Thank
for
you.
sure.
Much love, bro.
For sure.
Much love.
Thank you.
Well, we appreciate you. Kayo Southside.
Of course.
You,
Of course.
bro. TGF Fresh Flowers.
We out.